It's me, Vanessa. I wanted to make a video. It's going to be a little lengthy because I have a lot to say. Let me start first with my weekly weigh-in. I actually did not do good last week. As many of you saw on Facebook, I had a hard time with the fact that I am gaining weight continually and I'm not losing anything, or if I do, I will gain right back. And so yesterday morning, weighed in at 257.4 pounds. This kind of confuses me because this morning I weighed in and I was 253. There is no way physically that I could lose that amount of weight unless it was just water weight. So I don't know what's going on. So my plan this week is just to try to keep my calories within my max. And I did talk to my dietitian on Friday, and she said that the best thing for me to do is to keep them consistently under 1800 if I can. If I have to go up to 2000 or 2000, I can, but to try to keep them around 17 to 1800 a day, regardless of if I work out or not. So even if I work out a lot and I'm burning over 2500, still keep them at 1800 because that's the whole point of losing weight is to exercise and go over on your calorie burn. So that is my plan. Now, I do want to mention, though, what happened on Friday. I actually saw 3 doctors. I saw a psychiatrist, or whatever you want to call them. Almost they're in between. They're like a social worker, but they're also referring to an actual full-time psychologist or psychiatrist, whatever you want to call him, therapist. He's like the middleman. And so I met with him on Friday. I met with my doctor, and I also met with the dietitian. All 3 appointments went really well. I was very, very happy with the outcome, and that I have to admit, I went through my aha moment, and I'm seeing, and I'll explain in a bit, I'm seeing, that I'm on the right track. I just need to continue with what I need to do. So the first thing, I went to go see the mind doctor. Wow, that was hard. That was really hard. I was just, I don't know what it is about weight and emotions. You've probably been in the same situation if you've had problems with weight and eating and overeating and all that. It's a very emotional thing, kind of like this realization that we are doing this to ourselves and that we need a little bit more help than we think we need. And so that was my realization for that day. I always depend on willpower. Willpower. But it's all mine too. Those who are overweight or obese, we have different mindsets than someone who is thin. We see food in a totally different way. We are driven by our feelings, and we handle things differently that deal with food than someone who is thin. Not only is that, but we also crave more food because our bodies want to keep hold of the weight it already has. It doesn't want to lose it. And so we have to kind of fight it. And even though we have these hungers or these wants, we have to fight them and eat less to lose weight. So as he's telling me all this stuff, I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm trying to make it harder than it really is. I'm trying to do too many things all at once, and I'm trying to be perfect. And I know I'm not perfect. I know that I'll make mistakes. It happens. And so I need to fight that feeling where if I mess up once or twice, it's not the end of the world. I need to pick myself back up and start again and do what I need to do. I don't need to dwell on the problems that I've had, because one of the main problems I have is the fact that it's been over 10 years and I'm still obese. That's the top problem I have. So my my thoughts need to be, forgive yourself for what you have done in the past and move forward. And that's really hard for me to do. I don't know why I fight this. You would think if I just continue through what I need to do, I will get to where I need to be. But when I start to lose weight, then I ease up some and I stop doing what I need to do, and then I gain it back. So it's a vicious cycle. I will diet so much to where I make it really, really hard on myself. And I eat all the right things I'm supposed to be eating in life and stuff. And then by the time that I start seeing significant weight loss, then I kind of put the brakes on. And I don't know if it's because I get scared. I don't know if it's because I crave things that I normally do not have when I'm dieting. I don't know if I feel like I can't be thin. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. And so with that appointment, I decided, you know what? I have done really well. For one thing, I have not reached 280 pounds since 2008. So now it's pretty good. And he even said, you need to be proud of yourself. You've maintained the same weight for the past 3 years. And it's true. I have been in the 250s and 260s for 3 years now. So I'm not going up. Now, the whole thing, though, is I need to go down. And that's what I'm not doing. I'm not losing weight like I should. So that's kind of like the whole next step we were talking about. Talking about sleep patterns. I'm not getting enough sleep each day. My eating habits, they're not consistent. Where, I need to be very consistent with what I eat. He did mention, and my dietitian mentioned the same thing, do not restrict so much. Like, don't take food groups out. But I need to be consistent with my amount of calories that I eat each day. So I can eat whatever I want. It's just I need to eat less of the bad stuff, more of the good stuff. And I need to eat throughout the day and not majority of everything during one time of the day. Also, the fact that I'm not eating enough vegetables. And I mentioned that too. And I know that I need to eat more veggies. I'm really good on my breakfast and lunch. It's just I need to incorporate stuff for dinner and do everything. So I'm on the right track. I just need to be consistent, and when I'm losing, keep losing. What else? Okay, so that's pretty much what happened with that appointment. I went to my doctor. My doctor put me on high blood pressure medication. And so she wanted to see me after 4 or 5 weeks. And so I went in there. My blood pressure is now down to a healthy range. I'm not in the not diabetic, but the pre-hypertension phase. I'm perfect. Now, 5 weeks ago when I went in, my pulse was over 100. It was like 107, 110. It was really, really high. Well, now it's down to 95. And in the mornings, it's down to 70s. So my doctor mentioned that the exercising is what's helping that. Blood pressure medication will not control your pulse. So she said, actually, it's doing really well. So I'm going to continue on the blood pressure medication until I get to a healthy weight and I don't need it anymore, and I keep my blood pressure down, which I'm happy with that. I need to keep my heart healthy. And so I'm going to continue exercising. Now, here's the one problem I'm having. I am having pain again in my hip. Those who know, I had a herniated disc last summer. I helped out in February with inventory at my store. And for 13 hours straight, I was bending and getting back up and counting items and all this kind of stuff for 13 hours, with very minimal breaks. And so I started having problems again. Went to go see the chiropractor. He told me pretty much it looks like it's another herniated disc, and to lay low, take it easy. Well, Friday, I had to drive about an hour and a half to get to my doctor. by the time I got home, I was in so much pain, I guess from the sitting, the constant sitting, and then when we were walking around, we were standing for times. We weren't just walking, we were walking a little bit, standing, walking a little bit, standing, and just that whole day, it took a toll on me. So this whole weekend, I have not worked out. I've actually been stretching and laying down, uh, and it's getting better. I feel great today. I'm going to continue, though, through this week because this week is our spring break, and I have the rest of the week off. So pretty much what I'm going to do is this week, I'm going to focus just on eating. And then next week, I'm going to start back with the exercise because I notice now, after having the herniated disc last time, it was very painful, and I don't ever want it to get to that point again. It got so bad to where I couldn't even lay down other than on my stomach. And I couldn't stand, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything. And so I don't want it to get to that point again. So I am going to take it easy. I remember the last time I had the herniated disc, it put me out for 2 weeks. I was in bed for 2 weeks, and it was just so painful. But now I'm able to take the regular ibuprofen, or sometimes I take Aleve. I'll just take that for the swelling, and then I'll just take it easy. And so I'm going to just continue stretching, though. The stretching really helps. And then when I can, I'll be walking. But as far as my high impact exercises, I'm going to lay low for the rest of this week because I don't have to lift or do anything. And then next week, I'm going to start again and see how it goes. And then I did have an appointment last with my dietitian. Dietitian, like I said, look through everything. She says very good. Eat more vegetables. I need to work on that, especially for lunches and dinners. I'm doing well with my breakfast though, and then the other part of my lunch. And dinners, I need to work on, definitely. I know I'm going to try to do my workouts earlier. And I know that this can help because I actually have my work schedule that starts at, I don't have to start getting ready until 10 in the morning. So I could be doing my workout from the time that I drop my daughter off at the bus stop all the way until I have to get ready. And I've got 2 hours. So I need to do my workout then. That way, by the time I get home after work, I can actually prepare a healthy dinner. And so that is what I'm going to start next week. I just think it's the best thing because the more I wait and put it off at the end, I still do it, but it takes too much time to where I go to bed later than I need to, and I don't get the sleep that I need. So I need to look at it that way. What else? That's about it. I think what I'm going to do next week, starting next week, is focus on only 10 pounds at a time, or the, like right now, I started at, for this week, 257.4 pounds. I'm only going to look at getting out of the 250s. That's it. I'm not going to look at getting to 200. I'm not going to look at getting to goal. I'm just going to look at one goal, and that's it. Then when I get in the 240s, I'm going to look at getting out of the 240s and then go from there. I plan on rewarding myself big time when I get to 230 because 230 will be 50 pounds lost for me. And so I really want to do something special. Maybe get a new outfit or something like that. I need to reward myself for that. But I think I'm going to try doing the smaller increments of weight loss because I'm just, in a way, I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I've got a long way to go. I've got over 100 pounds to lose, and it's a lot. It really is. And so I need to really take care of myself, and I need to look at it smaller goals. That way I can, overcome those problems or whichever. So, but I think that's about it. I wanted to keep you guys posted on what's going on in life, and I'm really getting nervous about this whole move that we're going through in the next month. And it's a lot going on at once. And I think if I just focused on small things and small goals, I'll do what I need to do, to get there. And so I think that's going to help a lot, especially when we get to Egypt. I don't have to do anything until July. We're not traveling or doing anything until July. So I've got a good amount of time, big chunk of time to get the house ready, to get into a new routine, so everything will work out. I think that's about it. So I will see you all on Sunday or Monday next week, and we'll see. We'll see how everything works out. I hope I have no more pain. I don't like the pain, and I know a lot of it is because of my size, and that's why it's so important for me to get rid of it too. So, but I'm gonna work on that. I definitely am. I'm working on making these lasting changes that will actually work for me, and I am losing weight slowly, but I'm losing. You know, I started out this year, I started at 264, so I'm no longer 264. I'm no longer in the 260s, so that's a start. It's really slow though, and I want it a little faster. You know, not too fast, but just a little bit. So I think if I just get everything together and plan right, I think I can find myself out of the 250s very soon, and then out of the 240s. So I'll talk to y'all later, and you guys take care. Have a great week. Bye.